obviously there's all sorts of tournaments going on, but let's do the Big Six. Let's make a prediction.
All right. Race for the case, basketball version.
ACC. Who you got, Pat? Who's going to win?
I've got Duke. I think they're by far the best team, and they just got the refocusing they needed. If there was any chance they were going to go into Brooklyn, I believe they're playing in Barclays, overconfident. Not now. Duke will be ready, and Duke will win.
I would agree. I will take Duke also. Keep an eye out for Miami. They're sneaky.
They are sneaky.
They're sneaky. Yep. And could spring an upset. They're like a fearless, sneaky team.
Yep.
Sneaky and streaky. But Duke just got... I do not want to be the next team to play Duke.
No.
Whoever they're getting in the first round, I don't even know. That's going to be an ass kicking. Okay, Big East. Who you got?
Okay. Boy. I picked Villanova in the 40 minutes, but I'm going to pick Connecticut. I'm going to switch it up there and go UConn. I think Danny Hurley's a good coach this time of year. They are tough bunch, and I think they're going to be primed to show up and show something there. Villanova might be looking ahead a little bit to the next tournament, and so I'm taking UConn in the Big East.
All right, I will take Villanova. No one is taking 1 seed Providence.
Nope.
I will take Villanova. Providence, Providence earned their thing, but man, they won so many close games.
Yeah.
Congrats on that. Yeah, I'll take Villanova. Big Ten. Other than Nebraska, who you got?
I should take Nebraska just for fun, but this one's going to be wild, I think. There's just too many teams that are close to each other in one, in terms of accomplishment and talent and all that sort of thing. I am going to take Purdue, even though their defense sucks and even though they've been a little shaky down the stretch. But I am taking Purdue because they've got the best offense. You're going to have to score to win 3 games there. And I am rolling with the Boilermakers.
I love this Big Ten because the top 3 or 4, let's throw Iowa in there. All could win it. Wouldn't be surprised, right?
Yep.
The next 4, Ohio State, Michigan State, and even Rutgers can beat any of the top 4.
Yep.
But they also all can lose to the next 4.
Right.
So it's just like...
Oh, yeah. No. I mean...
Like, if you tell me Michigan State or even Michigan, if they get a jump coming back with Juwan Howard back, like wins it or is in the final on that Sunday, I wouldn't be stunned.
Right.
But they also could each lose by like 22 points
yeah.
And like Rutgers, who the hell knows what Rutgers is? Like, so it's just going to be a fun one. But I'm going to go with I'm going to go with Wisconsin. They're going to get Johnny Davis back.
Okay.
And so even with the loss to Nebraska, I will take I'll take the Big Ten.
The quarterfinals there are going to be bonkers for the exact reason you said. I mean, it could be any of the top 8 that end up being in the final of that thing, I think.
Big 12.
Okay. I am taking Kansas, even though I will say right now that Baylor will go farther in the big tournament because I think Scott Drew's almost got a little Roy Williams in him where I do not think he gives a rip about the Big 12 tournament. Teams don't generally do very well there. Kansas generally does very well. They always have a massive home crowd because it's in Kansas City. And they tend to crank it up and play well. And then, they're good enough. They usually win the regular season anyway. So they're usually the best team, and they're often by far the best team at that tournament. But I will take the Jayhawks this week, but not thereafter.
I will take Jayhawks also. They're getting that kind of home court advantage. But Scott Drew cares about everything, Pat. He's a very earnest man.
He is that.
Do not say Scott Drew doesn't care about something.
Good point.
Pac-12, you're there. What do you got? Who you got? Arizona,
I am here.
UCLA?
And I think Arizona is awesome, but I think we're going to see UCLA hit the gear that we saw them in the postseason last year. So I'm going to say that UCLA ratchets it back up. They've been a little kind of up and down. They've been injured, so we'll see what their health level is. But if they get everybody healthy, whether it's this one or the next one, I say look out for the Bruins. Look out for both of them. They can both go to the Final Four, but I'm going to take UCLA in Vegas.
Yeah, I'm taking Arizona. That's the best team out there. I am straight up taking Arizona to win this thing. They look awesome. We'll see. We'll see what we see this weekend, but I would not. They are on my short list, as everyone's short list, to win it all. Terrific team. Getting to the SEC. Pat, who you got?
This should be a very, very fun tournament. 4 really good teams, I think, in it. In Kentucky, Arkansas, Tennessee, Auburn, and I think I'd put them in that order in terms of what I expect out of them in the postseason. Auburn, incredible talent, athleticism, not playing that well down the stretch at anywhere but Auburn Arena. And so I suspect that show will not travel quite as well as it's been previously. Kentucky, I'm going with Kentucky. Here's the one thing I have seen, Dan, watching a lot of SEC basketball this year is every team in that league basically will absolutely lose their mind at some point in a game, in a close game, and just do incredibly weird, dumb things, except Kentucky. Kentucky doesn't do that very much. I'm not saying they're completely immune, but they're less prone to it. They can finish games. They don't just completely inexplicably melt down. They don't totally lose focus. And they have the best player in the country, I think, in Oscar Tshiebwe. So I'm taking the Cats.